What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Hopefully you guys are doing great as always. My name is Itai, and today I'm going to share a really nice endgame position. It breaks a ton of the principles we're used to in endgames. There's a knight and bishop mate, which is something super rare, and there's a really cool defensive mechanism. It's a very amazing endgame, so I really want to share with you. So you're playing as black. By the way, this is from a game between Daniel Naroditsky against Magnus Carlsen. Daniel Naroditsky has the black pieces, and Magnus obviously is very close to promoting. So even though it is your turn, and even though you have 4 pieces here that could potentially attack the king, nothing seems to work, and it seems like it's time to resign. For example, a2, king moves here, you can't push because they can just take. And similarly, b2, I mean, they can just promote. If you go then a2, they can take, and then they can take if you promote. Nothing seems to work here. So I think a lot of players would resign, and especially if they don't have a lot of time, that could easily be something that I do. But if you take some time to think about it, there's a really beautiful move that gives you a chance to win this game. So at this time, I'm gonna ask you to stop the video and try to find the really nice move. I try to make my videos as interactive as they can be, so make sure that you guys do try to pause the video and act like you're Daniel Naroditsky in this position, and take some time to think about what the solution could be. So at this time, I will go ahead and tell you it is king to c3. One of the beautiful things about this endgame is that rather than doing a lot of forced mates like a2, king moves here, b2, all these forced mates and then checkmate, you start with a very a move that doesn't carry a lot of weight with it. It's just moving the king to c3. But the beautiful thing happens if white decides to promote. Magnus Carlsen obviously said, okay, quickly, I'll promote. I don't see anything you can do. But then he quickly regretted this because of this beautiful mating sequence. So a2, king obviously needs to move here. If the king moves here, you have mate. So the king decides to move to a1. Now you have b2 sacking a pawn. And then you have bishop b3. Notice the king has 2 spots it can go to. If the king moves here, you do still have a mate. It isn't as beautiful, but you just simply promote to a queen and then mate on b3. If instead, when we go back, the king moves to a3, you have a beautiful mate. And this is what I was talking about, the bishop and knight mate. So because of that, you probably know what you're doing. You're promoting to a knight, noticing that the bishop guards both of these squares, the king, both of these ones. So all you need is a piece that can do a check. And so not only is this an under promotion, but it's an under promotion that comes with checkmate with a bishop and a knight. So super rare, but very nice mate. Now, notice that I didn't say that this move is winning, because it's not. If white promotes to a queen, now black is winning. But there is a very beautiful defensive mechanism that white can do here that is, again, very rare, a common theme in this endgame, very rare moves. So try to pause the video and find the only moves that could save white in this position. So again, I'll give you some time. Okay, so you're going to be moving the knight either to d3 or to c4. Notice that from both of these squares, the knight is looking over b2. So what does that mean? Well, if you try to go into this line, notice that when you play b2, black or white doesn't have to take. They can take this pawn with the knight. So basically, your mate is gone. And of course, usually this would not be a reasonable move because black can simply take. But in a position like this, where white is threatening to promote, if black takes its pieces away from the critical squares that they need to be here, notice that now you can no longer mate. So white can simply promote, and this is obviously winning for white. So this really nice distraction, if you will, you're moving a piece to carry a piece away from the attack, giving you a chance to promote. So it's a very nice move. It doesn't really look that appealing to the eye because you're just giving away a piece. But of course, with the queen coming, this is winning, and well, that's game over. So hopefully you enjoyed this little endgame. I just thought that I'd share it with you because, again, it breaks a lot of the principles. You get a knight and bishop endgame. You also notice that if white promotes, then the person who promoted first still ends up losing, which is very rare. Usually, if you're first to promote, you're going to win that game, but not in this one. So very nice endgame. Make sure you guys do subscribe if you aren't already, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.